Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 of the RaidCall EMS 1 Summer 2013. This is the American group stage. We've got Team Dignitas versus Artyk. Of course, Team Dignitas taking game number 1. Thanks for joining us here on Neo Dota. My name is Maut. With me, of course, is Dignitas. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. Before we get in too much, I just want to throw out that Artyk decided to switch around where their players are in the slots for this game. They switched around the colors a bit. I think that they're trying a new color strategy. I don't know.
The infamous color strategy. We'll see how it works out. Did Misko pick for them in the last game? Did he not? I'm not sure.
Yeah. They switched around Mihawk, Smash, Misoku, and Iwo. I think Iwo is not bottom.
Interesting. Very interesting. Dignitas going out with the first ban. It's going to be the Treant Protector. They really don't want to have to deal with that hero, as Beatus put, he's one of the most annoying people to play against. One of the most annoying heroes, probably damn right, it's just frustrating. Just a frustrating hero. He's like, oh, by the way, you're almost dead, but wait, I've got living armor for you, so don't even worry about it. You're totally fine. Artyk was doing that to the best of their abilities in the previous game. Of course, it did not pan out for them, of course, as we saw. IO going to be the ban for Artyk, and it's pretty smart. I mean, if there's one team that really loves to run IO, it's probably going to be Dignitas. I mean, a lot of Western teams love to do that, but Dignitas is probably the most notable in doing that with, of course, CK Tiny. They used to do it with, but Tiny's kind of fallen out of favor a little bit. Team Dignitas, they've got a ban coming up as well. What does Artyk need to do, really, in this game to respond to, of course, the last game? How can they really take this to Dignitas and force this to a Game 3, Dignitas?
Well, I think that they lost the laning phase pretty badly against Dignitas, and I think it's really stemmed from them picking Naga and Tree, both heroes that really don't do well in that laning phase, and Dignitas just took that advantage and really just pounded it down to them and won the game. They picked like a pushing lineup, and once they got that lead, they just kept taking towers. So
it was like impressive. It was kind of like dominoes when you think about it, just one tower after another. And we're so familiar with that, I think, with certain teams. You know, it's nice to see from Dignitas. Artyk, I've seen them play better. Hopefully they can pick a lineup that really works for them. They did, of course, in the defense number 4, they tied 1-1 in a best-of-2 series. So it's not like Artyk is just a slouch here. Of course, they are playing on US East, which means that Artyk does have a little bit of a ping issue, but not too bad. Dignitas going to be picking up the Lone Druid there. Artyk, of course, they're going to be grabbing 2 heroes of their own. So Dignitas going with, you know, their bread and butter once again. And AUI 2000 played it great in the last game. Why not play it again? Bane and then the Darkseer now coming out from the side of Artyk, and that potentially could be dangerous, of course. We saw Darkseer going for snaking last game. He did absolutely wonderful with it. But snaking, no Darkseer for you this time around, my friend. And, well, what could be interesting is maybe a Clockwork pickup coming out of Team Dignitas. I know they love to run that type of hero, so...
I think the last game, Artyk tried to pull some fancy stuff, trying to dual lane mid, and tried to make their lanes not that see-through. But I think that this game, that they're just trying to play some straightforward stuff and see what can happen. Bane's pretty good at stopping the bear from pulling the creeps around places. Darkseer's an awesome off-laner. I think that that's exactly how they're going to lane it.
You're absolutely right, I believe. And, well, we have one more pick for Team Dignitas here. Like to I have to do this at the start of every game, essentially. RaidCall EMS 1 Summer 2013 ticket. Check it out, purchase it, show your allegiance to your teams, and watch in game. You know, have complete control over your Dota TV experience. It's really important. It's really nice. You should pick it up. I'm not sure how much money it costs, but go ahead and check that out in the Dota store. Definitely think about picking that up. Visage now coming out from Team Dignitas, as Beatus called it a carry Visage whenever someone who's really good plays it. We saw Come With Me play it to great extent in the previous few games yesterday. Reserve time is going to go now for Artyk. They're going to go ahead and ban out the Juggernaut, as of course Team Dignitas ran that with great effect in the previous game. And Team Dignitas, they've got plenty of bans here. I'd imagine getting some carries gone, getting some mid-heroes gone as well. But at the same time, that kind of limits their own pool. What are you thinking about in terms of what Dignitas is going to do? They've got the Visage here. They're probably going to put something with it. So there's that slow. Maybe you pick up a stun on top of that, something like the Leshrac Lina, which we saw in the last game. What do you think goes well with that Visage?
Well, clashing tri-lanes. I think that might just be a safe lane bear, and we might see a Shadow Demon or something with it. We could see...
10 seconds remaining.
I don't really even know. A lot of things can go great with Visage. I think the big deal there is that they need a carry that can take a beating, or that can, you know, do a lot of damage in order to make his Soul Assumption do a lot of damage. we may see like a Clockwork or something in the tri-lane. That's some fun stuff. But
Clockwork in a tri-lane is always a fun time. Cogs everywhere. It's just a mess of a fight, and you're just like, oh, he's here now. Nope, never mind. He's inside the cogs. No, he's out of the cogs. So I don't know what's happening here. So, well, we'll have to see what they do want to put with that Visage. Of course, they've got 2 more bans, 1 for each team here, as we will get into reserve time here for the side of Artyk. Of course, Artyk desperately trying to bring this to a 3rd game and just trying to take it up against Team Dignitas, who's in a very good position to move on to the playoffs, which you can catch tomorrow, either on this channel or on twitch.tv/NESL_Dota2, which is, by the way, where the next series is going to be casted. That's right, guys. After this series is over, whether after this game or after the 3rd game, we're going to be moving over to twitch.tv/NESL_Dota2, so go ahead and follow that channel. And that's where we'll have Typical Mistakes versus THD if you want to check that out. Should be a very, very good game. Both some semi-pro teams just trying to go at it. And it's, well, Typical Mistakes, I think, a pretty strong team. And, of course, THD, they've proven themselves time and time again against some good teams as well. That being said, of course, jumping back into the pick ban phase here, you can see there will be a Queen of Pain from the side of Artyk. Just try to get rid of that mid-hero. Universe played it really well recently. Team Dignitas, they've got a ban of their own. And then we've got 2 more picks from both sides coming. So, yeah.
well, they banned the Juggernaut out, and not too surprised about that. That would be pretty awesome against Bane and everything. Dignitas banned Shadow Demon. Sort of surprised about that, because I don't think that would be that great of a support matchup with the Shadow Demon Bane, because if Dignitas went ahead and did a safe lane with the Visage, then that lineup doesn't really have that much gank potential.
Maybe they should have went for a Rubik ban instead, which I think is definitely a good pickup for them. But at the same time, with these 2 heroes on the side of Dignitas, I don't know how good of a pickup that's going to be. I mean, Rubik is good because of Telekinesis and Fadeable, but I think his bread and butter is also, of course, his Spell Seal at level 6. So I'm not sure about that one either. At the same time, though, they know what they want to do here. Bane and Rubik together can be absolutely detrimental to a lineup for the side of Team Dignitas. It really comes down to the next few picks here. In Dignitas, they've got that Lone Druid, they've got the Visage. Are they going to pick up a mid? Are they going to pick up another carry? Or are they going to pick up another support here? Because that's really what they need. They're going to go for Clockwork, and that fits in a bunch of different roles here. They can send him in any lane generally. They can play him as a support. They can play him as a mid hero, which of course Snake King has done from time to time. DK coming out from Artyk, definitely a good pick. We saw, of course, EG play that so very often. They send Jo either mid or into the solo safe lane, not solo, but safe lane, and just get him some farm, get that early level 6, and then push towers. They don't have quite the strongest pushing lineup here. They've got Darkseer and Rubik to clear creep waves, but they don't have anything to really tank up the tower with, like, you know, a Lone Druid Bear or Visage Familiars or anything like that, or transform out the Nature's Prophet, which, by the way, is still available if Dignitas wants to be able to pick that up. They're going to go for the Lina there, so like I was talking about earlier, Visage with that Grave Chill and Lina with the stun. What are your thoughts right now on both lineups here?
I think that that's a DK mid, offlane Darkseer, and they're just going to run a safe lane tri-lane with Artyk. And I think that Dignitas knows that their supports really don't do that much in lane, and that
10 seconds
if they were to get some high DPS carry right now, that they could really win that try versus try, because Bane and Rubik just don't do all that much. Their lifts and Feebles may stop them from farming, but in reality, I think that those heroes are just going to be sitting ducks. Rubik's pretty awesome against Clockwork. I hate playing Clockwork because, you know, you just get lifted out of your own cogs if you try and go on Rubik, and that's just so infuriating. I think that Dignitas is going to run a safe lane Bear against the Darkseer, and they're going to aggro try, maybe with Clockwork, but I think that they might just put Clockwork versus DK mid. Just comes down to the last pick here.
Yeah, and that's what I love about the new change. I love the new change, of course, where, of course, you've got just that ability to just see what's going to happen. That last pick, really, it comes down to this. It's just like, it's a really quiet point. It's like as if a golfer was sitting up to hit a big putt. He's like, and now they're going for the next pick. What's it going to be? Oh my god, and it's, you know, insert hero here. Meanwhile, the Russians in chat, thanks for joining us, guys. Really appreciate it. Shout outs to all the Russians there. You guys are great. Thanks for supporting North American as well as South American Dota. Morphling, as well as, of course, the Phantom Lancer band coming out from the side of Dignitas and Artyk, respectively. So here's the last picks, like I was talking about. And what's it going to be? Well, we're going to find out in a moment.
Well, I think that they're probably kicking themselves in the head right now for banning the Juggernaut. They needed something that could survive that tri-lane. Gyro's alright, you know, he can try and harass them out of lane, but in the end, I think that hero's just pretty squishy.
Hey,
yeah, that's a clockwork
that.
mid against DK, and that's an aggro tri-lane.
And that's a very good aggressive tri-lane, because even if the Grave Chill's not enough to hit that Light Strike array, you know what is? The Stormhammer. And that Stormhammer is going to be coming flying from Universe. And it is going to be absolutely fantastic to see, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to jump into the game. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but going to get some introductions going here. Thank you for joining us. Game number 2 between Dignitas and Artyk right now. This is, of course, for the Losers Bracket Finals to see who goes to the playoffs here for RaidCall EMS 1 Summer 2013, the American Group Stages. On the side of Dignitas, we've got Snaking up on the Clockwork. AUI 2000 again on that Syllabear. Universe will be on the Rogue Knight Sven. Fog will be playing the Lina. And Way Too Sexy on the Visage. 5-man aggression bottom right now. On the side of Artyk, Masoku on the Bane. Mihawk on the Darkseer. Smash will be on the Dragon Knight. Going to see Ewo on the Gyrocopter. And Misko will be on the Rubik. And right now, Universe with level 1 Stormhammer. If they can catch them clumped up here, this could be a horrible, horrible fight for Artyk if it does in fact break out. But Artyk's already backing up. They're not going to look for a fight here. They're like, I don't know about this, but you can see Dignitas, they're looking for blood. They're just like, let's fight. Let's do something. They will not be able to do so. They'd have to dive very far and maybe even potentially risk a tower dive if they wanted to do something. But they're going to be in the forest, in the jungle down here, and they're going to throw some wards up, so they'll have complete ward control over the jungle if they want to. Fog, of course, is going to throw down that observer ward there. And, of course, on that Lina, he's got the potential for that Light Strike Ray. But the problem being here is that a lot of Dignitas' lineup relies on how well this tri-lane goes. And it's going to be a tough tri-lane, I think, as you can see. Bane is going to be there to help out, potentially. Smash is going to be mid. But actually, it looks like they want to potentially dual lane top with Rubik coming up here right now. Maybe he just wants to throw a ward up here. But that's going to give time for either Dignitas to farm down in the bottom lane or for them to go for kills on IWO. So,
invisibility.
I think that picking Gyro may have been a double-edged sword there because, you know, if he flat cannons on someone, he gives the Visage basically a full soul assumption. And in a way that sort of works against him. I think that we're just gonna, or I mean the barrage, not flat cannon, but I think that what they're just gonna go for is trying to play extremely passive and just flat cannon Dignitas out of the lane. But they have a Sven there with a ton of health, and he's going to scale pretty well in the lane with the amount of stats and strength that he gets, as well as the fact that he can Warcry, and that gives him a huge amount of armor to survive the flat cannon.
Fog is actually in base. There's going to be the Stormhammer coming in. There's going to be Light Strike Array as well. Is it going to be enough damage? Misoku trying to get the Soul Assumption. That is First Blood, but Universe also in some trouble right now. He's going to go down, but First Blood is going to go for Way Too Sexy, but they will lose the Sven in the process there. But the First Blood is certainly nice to have. But Ewo with that Rocket Barrage just does so much damage, and this is his bread and butter, by the way. Gyrocopter is, you know, Ewo loves to play that hero, and he does so well with it. Just does such a great job of denying, getting farm as well. There's the Stormhammer. They want to dive this Fog. Light Strike Ray will hit right now. Where's the Soul Assumption damage? It's coming, as you can see. They will hit it, and Visage picks up another kill. Universe going to eat his way through the trees as Bane has to walk back. And this tri-lane's starting to work well here. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, AUI 2000 chasing after Mihawk right now. Where's AUI's bear? Following shortly behind, he actually brings the creep wave back to behind his tower. Now TP coming in, back from IWO, excuse me. So they're back in the lane. Meanwhile, Snaking in the mid lane with, of course, 8 CS, of course, going against Smash, who's only got 2. And Smash should, I think he should have a better chance here against Snaking, but he's not doing that well. Now TP coming out, this time from Rubik, so now will be Tri versus Tri here. And this is certainly going to give Dignitas a little bit more trouble, I think.
I really don't think so. At any given point, I think if Dignitas has their man up, that they can just go and basically kill someone. Unless they get off like a sick nightmare and like lifts on people, all they'll basically be able to do is just stop Dignitas from killing them. Because if they try to kill him, then that Visage is gonna have a soul assumption up, and that's just gonna be a free kill. Especially now that Visage is almost level 3, that soul assumption is just gonna do huge damage.
And yeah, we saw it already. I mean, even like, you know, level 1 Soul Assumption was able to absolutely just nuke down Ewo here in the bottom lane. So that's something to keep your eye on. Meanwhile, Snaking and Smash exchanging damage here. Smash maybe looking for a Dragon Tail, not able to get it. Snaking very close to death himself up in the top lane. AUI 2000 has to bring the wave all the way back to near his tier 2 tower. Mihawk chasing after AUI 2000. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, a lot of damage going on to Evo. He's taking some damage. Soul Assumption is available for Way Too Sexy. He needs to pop it. He's not going to be able to get it. They have to back off here. Maybe go on Masoku. Maybe go on somebody. No mana here, though, for Universe right now. Way Too Sexy. Soul Assumption is gone. Oh, they almost got that kill on the Gyrocopter. Not able to happen. Just barely escaping is him. And so, nice plays coming out from both sides there. Evo barely living. He will get a salve going for him up in the top lane. Mihawk doing a nice job of getting CS. He's at 16, 13 for the Bear. Bear's just trying to do some damage to Mihawk, but he doesn't have entangling claws or anything like that yet. And now AUI 2000's got to be very careful here. Once he can get that Bear to get entangling claws, he'll certainly be in some good shape. But until that point happens, they've got to be careful.
Well, if we look at the last hits and denies here, it looks like that DK is just not doing that great against Clockwork. That is fairly abysmal in terms of CS.
That's surprising too. I mean, but Snaking's actually going to go right on top, and there's the Battery Soul. The Dragon Tail Smash is not 6 right now. Snaking trying to body block the Flare. Is it going to be enough damage here? Right click, yes it will. Snaking's going to grab a solo kill in the mid lane. Nightmare on the Universe right now. Nightmare on the Way Too Sexy. They're going to be able to get away here. And they don't lose anybody back down to the bottom lane. Meanwhile, coming around from the side is Fog, maybe looking for a light strike. He might find it on Masoku. Is it going to go? He cancels the animation. Now backing off his Way Too Sexy. Telekinesis. And he needs to throw up that Soul Assumption before he goes down. He will not be able to do so. Now Fog definitely in some trouble. And of course, they do pick up that kill. Very nice job coming out from the side of Artyk there, getting a kill. But in the top lane, Snaking coming in with those cogs. He used his hook shot. They grab the kill on the Darkseer, giving plenty of room for the Lone Druid to farm right now.
Snaking's just playing awesome this game. He's moving around the map. That Darkseer was getting the better of Owie on the Bear, it looked like, and I think that he just effectively won the lane for him. With that extra golden XP now, and the fact that Darkseer's down golden XP, I think that Owie's just going to have a lot easier of a time handling him, especially now that he's closer to Tranquil Boots, and he'll have some region to deal with them. He's level 6 now, so he's going to start rooting him.
Yeah, he's trying to actually get the root going now, but his Bear's taking too much damage. He can't recreate the Bear for another 62 seconds, so AUI, he's got to be very careful. He's actually got to back off. That Bear has no regen on it whatsoever. That Bear is, in fact, going to go down, and that's going to be a 3. Oh, what a deny! What a deny from AUI 2000. He's like, nope, you're not going to get that. Sorry there, bud. Unbelievable.
That was very sick. That is 300 gold now, as well as all that damage that his hero would have taken. I think that if he didn't deny the Bear there, that he would have actually died.
Stormbolt's gonna go. There's the Light Strike Raid. Do they have enough damage on IWO? There's gonna be the Dragon Slave, the Soul Assumption. Oh, it's so close, but not enough. Dignitas very close to another kill. And now another salve going on to IWO here, just trying to get him to survive. And this tri lane working wonders here. They only have 12 CS right now, but the Gyrocopter sitting at 9. Meanwhile, AUI 2000 continues to farm, but so does, of course, the Darkseer. He does get a lot of last hits, but he also did go down. Meanwhile, down to the bottom lane, they want to go again. Clarity is going for Universe. Almost got enough money. Mana, MST Co. Nice Nightmare going to come in, but that Stormbolt's going to absolutely just obliterate his face. Universe just says, here you go, you can take this Stormbolt right to the face. Way Too Sexy. He can Soul Assumption. Will he do so is the question. They're not going to chase this. Fogged had plenty for an LSA, but he'll back off as well.
I think that I really would have liked to see Artyk skill Enfeeble on the Bane at some point, you know. Even if that Sven only has 12 CS, him just doing less auto attack damage, some of the little skirmishes down there would have been nice, as well as the fact that Evo would have just had that much less competition in him farming, and that Sven probably would have somewhat less farm too, and it's just every little bit counts.
It is a game of give and take here, ladies and gentlemen, as you said. 1,500 experience lead, 2,000 gold lead. It feels like it should be more, but at the same time, it's only 637 into the game. And, I mean, AUI is getting farmed, Snaking's getting farmed, but Universe, not a whole lot of farm. They're getting kills. He did go down once, however, so I'm not sure. I mean, it's still, I think, a little too early to tell what's going to happen with the rest of this game here. That being said, we do have a pause. I'm going to check the ping again. Artyk, they do have some ping issues from time to time, as you can see clearly. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you here on Neo Dota. My name is Maut, with me is Anacletus. It's been a good series so far. Dignitas, of course, is up 1 game.
Yeah, looks like the golden XP graphs are going down by a fair amount, down 2k gold, 6 minutes in the game. Doesn't look that great, but they have some good heroes to really transition them into the late game. I think DK does very well against Bear with all that armor, and the fact that his slows and splashes do pretty awesome against Sven too, and Bear. It eliminates the fact that they can just get chased down and everything. The DK is an amazing stun. Gyro can do a lot of DPS from back and in behind the team fights, and a lot of Dignitas' heroes aren't really oriented towards team fighting. Their Lina and Visage can do a fair amount, but unless they get off some awesome familiar stuns and they land some good Lina stuns, they could be in trouble in the mid game.
But that's what they need to do, isn't it? I mean, you said they need to land some awesome stuns. I mean, this is Team Dignitas we're talking about. Yes, they've had some poor play as of recently, but I think they're more than capable of taking this into the mid game. Artyk, they're a little behind. Like you said, that DK can be really tanky. He can take down towers rather quickly as well. He can help his team push. The gyrocopter played by Ewo is going to be able to get some farm here. If he gets some farm, excuse me, he'll be in a position where he can really start doing some damage. He's got 2 kills, actually, so surprisingly doing okay in that regard. Still waiting on the pause. I'm not really sure what's the ETA here. I'm going to ask. Just want to make sure. So, how's everybody doing in chat right now? You doing all right? Chat? You guys are great. Thanks for joining us here. Co down here in the bottom lane with Ewo. And they say good to go. We're back into the game. AUI 2000 does finish his phase boots up for the Lone Druid. The Bear, just with the stout shield right now, down to the bottom lane. Fog getting a clarity going way too sexy. He's got some mana. And actually, Universe had to head back to base. He's going to get some mana as well. Maybe TP, look for a gank maybe on mid or something like that. No, he's just going to head back down bottom. Meanwhile, AUI 2000 up at the top lane, going to continue to farm. Down at the bottom, Ewo, got to be careful. Oh, they might spot out Misoku here. Will they go on him is the question. He's actually going to run through the tree. Oh, the Centaur Con Stomp.
Centaur Stomp.
The Centaur Stomp. That actually might be the death of them, but no, Universe not in range, of course, of that Storm Hammer, excuse me. Kept calling it vulnerability. There's the Storm Hammer going on Evo right now. The Light Strike Ray is going to hit. Nice chain, the Dragon Slave, and the Soul Assumption. And that is just textbook. I mean, the chain was perfect, and then on top of that, the way too sexy Soul Assumption coming in right after. So IWO going down once again. For some reason, that name causing me problems. I'm not sure why. It just doesn't work in my head. Sorry, guys.
Well, I think that some of the small things that you should, really maybe pay attention to right here was Universe taking the creeps right outside the tower. Although one creep still got hit by it, just to keep the lane equilibrium away from Artyk's tower. Makes it so that, they can sit there and free farm a little bit more. Artyk misses all that XP because they can't really contest them in lane at all. It's just the little things that are adding up right now. They're winning their lanes, and that's going to put them.
Trying to go on smash, but here's the rotation coming through. Will he use his hook shot? He needs to get out. He will go down. Nice rotation from Misko and Misoku there to save the life of that DK. I'm sorry to cut you off again.
Double damage.
I mean,
That's just one of those annoyances there. Rubik lifting clockwork out of cogs. That's just.
We talked about it in the draft too, and it certainly can be frustrating. We haven't seen a whole lot of it yet, just because, I mean, Snakey's never really been down to the bottom lane yet. When he does come down, it could potentially be bad. We actually see Artyk sending their supports home right now, looking at the levels. You can see, actually, Universe is kind of far behind in terms of experience here. The supports on the side of Dignitas are leveled more than he is. Of course, he did have to leave the lane for a bit of time. He does get to 5 now. That's 2,000 experience and 3,000 gold for Dignitas right now up in the top lane. Artyk potentially looking for a gank. They've got Mihawk here. Actually, Misoku was thinking about going, but he might just ward first. Down to the bottom lane. Ewo, Grave Chill. Snake King, he's got that hook shot. He's going to, of course, use that battery soul. May not even need to use it, and he won't. So going to pick up that kill as Visage. Way too sexy. 4 kills right now. He's only got 1 death as well. There's nobody here next to this tower. If they want to go ahead and try to push this, they can, but looks like they're not going to do that. It looks like there is a smoke gank from Artyk. They want to go ahead and maybe go on mid right now. Misko's going to lead the way. And now, sitting here in mid is Fogged.
I'd like to see Dignitas try and take that bottom tower out. That would just put them incredibly far ahead and alleviate a lot of the problems that they're having with trying to tower dodge.
Mid right now. Huge Light Strike Ray coming up from Fogg. The Dragon Slave as well is going to pick up 1 kill. The Brain Sap not able to save his life. And they turn it around. It's like they knew what was coming there in the mid lane. Fogg was just sitting. And a nice denial from the top lane tower as well. But I think that you were going in and talking about how that they should go for that tower, but those kills,
Yeah.
I think was the reason why.
Yeah, no kidding.
Radiant's middle tower is
That was
under
an
attack.
awesome cogs right there. Snake King is playing really awesome this game.
And that's his hero. That is his hero. He's actually gonna get caught out there. The telekinesis, the rocket across the board. Not just too much damage. He's got the air and he's got regen room as well, but he might go down. The call down's gonna fly. Stormbolt's gonna hit. Universe gonna avoid the second hit of the call down. Trying to run away. Artyk wants to chase this. Misco. Not able to get that telekinesis off again. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, there's two heroes here. The familiars are up for way too sexy. And Smash, of course, he does not have that Elder Dragon form. Up at the top lane, farming unchecked, level 10, AUI 2000 with 64 CS at 10 minutes and 50 seconds of the game. With the Hand of Midas, mind you. Yeah. Well, there is that. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Smash taking more damage. Laguna Blade, is it going to be enough? They need to catch up to him. What about the Soul Assumption? It is there, not enough damage. How about the Familiars? Can they finish the job? They'll stop chasing. Oh, they wanted that kill, unable to get it. Down to the bottom lane. Three heroes here, Snake King. What are you doing with that hook shot? What was that? They actually pauses the game. No, that was a BM pause. That must have been a BM pause. Oh my goodness. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
He missed his hook shot, and then they paused right after that. Interesting. Well, BM pauses aside.
Give
Maybe
him the
it was
benefit of
actually
the doubt.
lag. I don't know.
Give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I will.
Thank
I'm
you.
just kidding. Artyk, I don't think you actually BM paused there. They've had some lag issues in the past. But it was pretty funny to see Snake King miss that. GG, says Universal. I think he misspoke there, meant G. But Artyk now going to take some damage from that. Misco as well as IWR, they're going to back off here. Snake King, he's going to hit up by that homing missile. They're not going to chase after him. Artyk, they need to get something going right now. They need to get some ganks. As you can see, Mihawk's doing pretty well in terms of CS, but he will get rooted up in the top lane. I don't think there's enough damage there from AUI 2000 to get a kill. And yeah, you can see he's actually backing off now. TP coming in again from Smash into the mid lane right now. Now they're chasing after Snake King down in the bottom lane. They need to get that kill. No, they're not going to be able to grab it. They are going to go... Actually, Smash does pick up a kill on Way Too Sexy. The Light Strike Array is going to stop Smash from moving forward on Fog. The Familiar is going to come in. They're going to hit. Yes, just barely on Smash. Now Smash in some trouble. There's going to be the Rocket Barrage, the Battery Assault, and the Cogs will be able to get the kill there. So 1-for-1 trade. Smash was really good there, but he does go down.
Didn't even get the kill on Lena either. He must be pretty sad about that. Lena survived at 33 health. If he just got that one auto attack off.
Only needed the one. Oh, why is my microphone not going in game? That's not a good sign. Alright, well, we'll talk about that in a second. I apologize for... Nope, there it goes. Okay, so maybe I'm not loud enough. I apologize for not being close to the mic. I'm probably actually pretty quiet now that I think about it, but I'll try to fix that in between games. Meanwhile, the side of Dignitas, they're all here in the mid lane. Well, 3 out of the 5. Not all. Fog's roaming through. Looks like he wants to hit up the mid lane right now. 5-12 is the score. 5,000 experience lead, and it is only a 3,000 gold lead right now. I feel like it should be more, but at the same time, they did lose a couple of heroes there, and they've not been able to get a whole lot of experience because they were in an aggressive tri-lane. Universe is sitting just at 70. Does, of course, have God's Strength, but now it is a Smoke of Deceit coming from the behind here, looking to maybe go on Misco right now behind that Tier 1 tower. They know this is happening. They saw him smoke right underneath his ward, by the way, but Misco's going to go right in there. There's the hook shot. The Cogs might be coming as well. Doesn't need it. Of course, the Light Strike Ray is going to hit, and the Soul Assumption from Way Too Sexy is just too strong.
Snake King's being cute and toggling his treads when he casts spells. He toggled to int right
Dire's
before he
bottom
hooked.
tower is under attack. Radiant's middle
Just that
tower is under
little bit of
attack.
extra mana he can get.
I mean, that's impressive to me. That is something that I will never be able to do. Snake King performing like a champion here, of course, on this clockwork right now. Nice sleep coming out from the Soku. It looks like they want to fight this. Smash going to throw up his Dragon Tail to call down as well. The Breathe Fire, Snake King should go down. In fact, will, but will the rest of course, the side of Dignitas be able to get out? Vacuum not going to hit there. So Artyk turns it around. They get one kill there. Very nicely done. Universe as well as Fog. They're gonna sit around mid still. Down to the bottom lane. Way Too Sexy, of course, continue to farm away. Up in the top lane, AUI 2000 right now with that bear. With that
Dire's middle tower is under
DK.
Oh,
attack.
meanwhile, big fight, huge light strike array, but not going to save the life from Fog there. So nice pickup for Artyk. That's 2 for them. They maybe want to go for this tower here in the mid lane.
I think the Dignitas really needs to try and make something happen here. You know, even if they have a bear
Dire's middle tower
out
is
farming
under
everyone on
attack.
the map and has a Midas and everything, I don't think Bear is necessarily all that great of a hero against DK and Gyro late game.
Dire's middle tower
Um,
has fallen.
Especially when, like, Artyk's
Radiant
taking more
structures
towers than them.
are
They have 3
fortified.
towers now, and Dignitas hasn't taken a single one.
Yeah, that is
I'm
definitely
beginning to
a
get a
good
little
point.
bit worried, because the graph is
Radiant's top tower is
coming a
under
little bit
attack.
back up on gold. And gosh, it looks like Artyk's making a comeback. They're playing exponentially better than they were at the start of this game. They're getting kills here and there. They're getting farm on their heroes.
Well, that's a tough aggressive tri-lane to go up against, and I think they had a rough time there. And Snaking was just kind of all over the map. But if they're able to continue to get these towers, get some farm, they definitely need some experience as well, as they're down 5,000 in that department. They need to get some room for experience to be gotten here. Rubik's only at level
Radiant's
6 right
bottom
now. He
tower
finally has
is
his
under
spell steal.
attack.
Fiend's Grip is finally available for Masoku right now. So, I mean, there's this period of time, and they're actually going to go down to the bottom lane. They might try to find Snaking. There's the telekinesis right now. Mihawk going to throw up an Iron Shell on himself right now, but Stormbolt's going to hit him right in the face. Mihawk going to try to back off. As you can see, hook shot onto the familiars, unfortunately for Snaking there. But there's the God Strength. Mihawk hitting up that mech right now. There's the Fiend's Grip. There's going to be a call down coming in. Nice vacuum. Universe wants that kill. Mihawk will get it, but it might be at the expense of his life. Laguna Blade on Masoku. Masoku using the Brain Sap nicely. Fog. He's going to fall. Killing spree for the Gyrocopter. 3-for-1 trade so far for the side of Artyk. They're chasing after way too sexy. Smash wants to hit that Dragon Tail. He will. It might be a 4-for-1 trade here. Light Strike Array was stolen from Misco. A huge turnaround for the side of Artyk, and that's exactly what they needed to turn this fight around, this game around as well.
Oh yeah.
And you touched on it too. I mean, in these fights with the Gyrocopter, with the spells they've got, and the Brain Sap was just so... It was just an expert time Brain Sap coming out from the side of Masoku there, so...
I think that just Artyk has a lot better of a team for the mid and late game, and you know
Dire's
they had
bottom
some really
tower
gimp
is under
lanes.
attack.
The Rubik Bane just didn't do anything for them other than die, and I just think that Dignitas didn't capitalize enough on it. They didn't get a more solid of a lead. They didn't take enough of an advantage. They could. I think that they should have rushed earlier, tried to take the bottom tier towers, because I think that would have cut off a lot of the farm that their Gyro and DK could have gotten out of that lane, and it would have made it a lot more gankable. Because then you don't have a tower to TP to or do anything.
Yeah, and I mean, but one thing that I think is important to note, that the reason that they've not been doing these things like the early Roches has been AUI 2000 has his Sacred Relic in
Radiant's middle
pretty much
tower is
5
under
gold.
attack.
And then he'll have his Midas shortly thereafter, or not Midas, excuse me, Radiance shortly thereafter. He's already got a Midas, so forget that. He doesn't need another Midas. 2 Midas is too many. But that is something that is very interesting to me. I mean, once he gets that Radiance, it's still only 17 minutes in the game. I mean, these heroes are level 8. They're not going to be the tankiest heroes in the world. Meanwhile, Smash getting a Trick Ray. There's the Stormhammer coming in from the Universe. God Strength. There's going to be, of course, the Laguna Blade, but Smash is too tanky. They can't take him down. The mech, Laguna was stolen. Fiend's Grip onto Universe. He's in some trouble. Dragon Slave's going to glow. And now, way too sexy throwing out that Soul Substitution. Not enough damage there. 2 down on the side of Dignitas. We will see Gyro fall. Now, way too sexy is going to be Nightmare left. He's in some trouble. There's the Dragon Tail. The Familiar's not going to help him out. Double kill for Smash. And Artyk. Smash was thinking about TPing home. He actually just decided against it or canceled it accidentally. But I think Snaking might have gotten that kill on Gyrocopter down to the bottom lane. Yeah, so it was a
Dire's
3-for-1
middle
trade at the
tower
end.
is
But of course,
under
2 fights at 2 different locations.
I think that Snaking's making some good item choices here with the Force Staff, because if he goes in and he hook shot on someone, he's just gonna get his butt kicked by a DK Gyro. He's gonna be taking damage from any of them, even if he doesn't get them in the cogs. So being able to go in and isolate someone and get out is what he really needs to be doing this game.
Right.
That bear, he's just been ricing all game, and he's gonna be some raid boss sort of thing here in a little bit.
Yes,
it's gonna
I'm
come
glad
down
you said
to if
that.
they're
Listen,
Ally
we
can-
need more WoW references, okay? We need more WoW references in Dota 2. I'm just saying that right now, guys. Did you play WoW, Anacletus? Did you?
I've played the trial.
It's alright. Forgive you. But, that being said, shout out to all the WoW nerds in chat right now. And then again, I quit playing for my Dota 2 life, essentially. That being said, I mean, yeah, he is going to be a raid boss. I mean, you look at the health on that bear, 2,700. Of course, he's going to have that radiance in just a moment. And now on top of that, he's going to go for another item pretty soon. He actually doesn't have a boot, any sort of boots yet on that spirit bear. He'll pick it up soon. He's got, of course, phase boots on himself. Then he'll pick up boots for himself. And then now, long-range hookshot onto Smash. Smash in some trouble. This could be a huge pickup for Laguna Blade. Smash, as tanky as you are, you will not survive that. Snakeling says, well, I'm done here. I'm going to pick you off. Nice try for the side of Smash to try to get out of there. Not going to happen, however. And up in the top lane, though, this does give room for Ewo to try to push up into the top lane. Now, 5-man aggression coming in here on, of course, this 2 tower mid. They'll take it down in a matter of seconds with that bear. That bear is angry right now, my friends. That bear wants blood. He's going to find it, potentially.
Yep, I think that they're just going with the Radiance timing. Right now, they're going to probably try and take 2 towers here. They're doing what I think what they realize they need to do is just take down the towers and get a gold advantage.
Call down.
They already have one.
Missing. Continue, sorry.
Regain their gold advantage.
Let's see. Back down to 2,000. If people up on the bear smartly, Laguna Blade onto AUI 2000. He's too tanky for that. Misco, of course, stealing that one. Nice try. Experience lead 2,500 right now. That bear needs to get out of there. Looking at net worth, AUI 2000 is still sitting at 10,000. Next closest is 7,000. Stormbolt is going to hit on IWO right now. He might be in some trouble. There goes Dragon Form coming up from Smash. They want to try to fight this. Universe backing off. He's got God Strength. Where's the bear? Bear on the high ground. AUI 2000. There's the Fiend's Grip on Universe. Vacuum back. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage from his own illusion. And he will go down right now. AUI 2000 just trying to take somebody down. Mihawk is going to get rooted, but at the same time, it looks like Dignitas wants to back off. They don't want to lose any more here. And they will be able to make it, it looks like, but the telekinesis is now into Snake King. Snake King's got his hook shot. He might use it. He wants to get MST Co. But of course, that bear is going to come in and just try to do some damage. And the Soul Assumption Clockwork getting the kill, looks like, with the flare. Radiance Burn as well is coming in. Hook shot now. Hogs on it too. Battery Soul's going to go, but where's the backup from Snake King? The call down's going to go. IWO, he is going to fall. No, he's still alive. Oh, but he does go down in the end. Snake King picks it up. I'm not sure how. It might have been the end of the battery assault there.
He had an urn
on
on him.
Out.
He had an urn charge on him, and when I think Bane needed to leave the Nightmare on him, just hope that he got denied.
Radiant's
But
middle tower has been
you know,
denied.
it is what it is.
It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. In the end, a 2-for-2 trade, roughly, I believe, thereabouts. And experience back to even. Gold sitting at 2,000 now. So even with that Radiance, it didn't seem like it was accomplishing a whole lot. And I mean, nice wall coming out from that Darkseer. Pretty much stops Universe in his tracks. The Fiend's Grip as well. And Rubik stealing the Laguna Blade. If he had maybe thrown that onto a squishier hero, they'd probably get a kill out of that too.
Well, I think that the mech was an awesome choice in Darkseer, especially against the Radiance Bear, and he's going a Sheepstick now, I believe. He's gotten his ultimate orb up. But I really would like to see a mech on someone on Dignitas, especially against Flat Cannon and all that splash damage from DK. That being said, I'll be right back for like a minute.
Okay, no problem. Universe now. Trying to push through here. Level 15 up for, of course, Lone Druid sitting at 11,000 net worth here. He's got phase boots on him. He's also got tranquils, and he's going to recreate his bear in about 10 seconds. Now they want to fight this Artyk, Dragon Tail. There's a nice light strike array. The wall vacuum not going to hit. The call down as well. Those spells are wasted. And as soon as everybody gets here for the side of Dignitas, they're going to try to fight this. There is absolutely nothing stopping them until this wall goes down. Once this wall goes down, they're going to look for this tower. And I don't think there's any way Artyk fights this. They're going to smoke. They're looking for a wraparound right now. That's smart. Are there any sentry wars on the side of the Dire here? There's one right here. If they look right now at the map, they'll notice where they are. They're not looking, however, so they're going to get away scot-free from the side of Artyk. And now they're coming around the backside. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Are we going to see a big fight here? Smash leading the way. He's almost out of Elder Dragon form, by the way. He's going to get surged forward. Snake King's going to get stunned immediately. It looks like he's got that Shadow Blade. Snake King in some trouble right now, but here they go. Snake King taking a lot of damage. Stormhammer onto 2. Here comes Godstream, the Universe with the vacuum. The Fiend Strip, Laguna Blade used already. The Universe going to take some damage. They will get a kill, of course, on the Dragon Knight right now. Wait 2 seconds. Got full soul. That's not enough. And of course, with the Soaker lockdown right now, there's going to be Battery Soul doing a ton of damage. Double kill for IWO, but here comes the double kill for AY 2000. He's going to grab a triple kill potentially. Yes, he'll grab a triple kill. 4 down. And the Smoke of Deceit wraparound complexity style gank doesn't go in their favor. Nice try, but a huge hook shot from, of course, the side of Snake King is able to help out. That's a tier 2 tower gone. what an exciting game. 21-22, very
Radiant's
close,
top
and
tower
that
has
last
fallen.
fight gives the experience advantage right back to the side of Dignitas. Gold as well, up to 5,000 now, looking to maybe do some damage to the tier 3 tower. No fortification available. Misko needs to be careful. If he gets through, he's in some trouble. Stormbolt, Stormhammer, not going to do a whole lot there. Telekinesis as well, not going to do a whole lot. TP now coming in this time from Masoku. Now AUI 2000 is going to back off. Masoku cannot Nightmare him in time, so... And he will be able to make it away.
Look at the net worth on Bear compared to Gyro, who's the next closest.
And you're back.
That's just...
You just jumped out of nowhere, but yeah, I mean, that is a lot of net worth.
Regeneration.
14,000 to 8,000. Did you see that Smoke of Deceit wraparound gank?
I didn't. I got back right at the end of it where Gyro was dying in the cogs.
Alright, I'm going to describe it to you. They were right here, sitting behind the tier 1 tower, waiting for Dignitas to push in, but instead they decided to Smoke of Deceit wrap around and go all the way around. And the only thing that I think saved Dignitas was a huge hook shot onto 2 heroes with the battery assault, bringing IWO down to pretty much low health, low enough where they could just use, of course, the Radiance Burn to get the kills there.
Fallen to the dark.
Hook shot onto the other side of the river here. Masoku taking some damage, but Snaking, he's all alone. Snaking might fall. There's the wall replica. Storm Hammer being used. Snaking barely goes down there. I thought he might survive. Now the bear taking damage. Smash. 1-for-1 trade here. Mihawk and Smash trying to go on that bear. There's the root, but the bear not doing enough damage. AUI 2000, he can recreate it if necessary. But the cooldown's going to come in. Wait, Sexy's going to fall. So is Fog. Double kill for Smash right now. Universe and AUI, they need to get out. They did get, I believe, the Ace of the Immortal, which is on Universe. Just trying to do some damage, but the stun lock is too much, and God's Strength is gone. Now they need to back off. Mihawk chasing after AUI 2000. There is, of course, going to be Universe. He does not have that God's Strength anymore, as you can see. Taking too much damage. The Light Strike rate is stolen, and a 4-for-1 trade. Snaking with not the best initiation in the world, unfortunately. Jeez. It's back and forth, man. Every fight. Every freaking fight.
The initiation was pretty awesome. It's just that their choice of places to fight, really. Fighting in that small clumped up little area against a Darkseer and Gyro and DK just isn't the best thing, especially with like Lift stunning a huge amount of them, some awesome vacuums, and Shell doing a ton of damage. Picking Bane before he could Fiend's Grip anyone was really awesome, and that's what they want from a team fight. They want to get rid of their Bane and Rubik right away, and just, you know, after they're down, that they can just chip away at DK and Gyro. But I think it was more of just the terrain there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, terrain is a good way to describe it. It's a very good way to describe it. A way I would describe this game, by the way, it almost seems like a Dragon Ball Z fight. At least to me. It's just back and forth. It's just like, oh, one person has the advantage, but now I'm going to power up and now I have the advantage. And that's what it seems like, at least in terms of experience. I mean, Dignitas still has the gold lead, but it's only, I mean, at this point, it's sort of negligible if you can get another good team fight for Artyk.
Well, I think that, this is what I was talking about earlier. For a DK and Gyro to out-carry a bear, it doesn't really take all that much. Their Sven's just getting disabled every fight by that Bane or Rubik or whoever, really, and they're just doing a lot better in team fights. I think that's what their team is just really built to do, win the mid and late game through team fighting. But, you know, all it really takes is just one good fight for Dignitas. All their tier 2 towers are down for Artyk, so if they push the lanes up and they win one good fight, this could really just turn back around and be really bad for Artyk.
Yeah, no. I mean, I absolutely agree. Especially if Universe can grab that BKB hook shot. Meanwhile, onto Smash right now. He's going to pop his BKB that he just got. 4-step out from Snaking. Wall's on the ground. AUI's not going to take a whole lot of damage from that as it's in the bear, but here comes Gyrocopter doing a ton of damage. Snaking's already down right now. They have to back out. That bear is going to fall. It can be recreated in just a moment. No, it will stay alive here. And they're going to keep chasing, fighting. You can see Universe trying to do some damage. 3 down. Artyk going to take 3 there. Laguna Blade in the meantime going to grab a kill, this time on the Rubik right now. So he will not be able to steal that as he is dead. But they need more of the hook. Rubik, excuse me, going on to Mihawk. IWO coming in as well. Buyback coming in from Universe. They're going to stop chasing now. This could be big if Universe gets that Stormbolt off. On to 2. On to 3. Smash is going to fall. The Radiance burn. Mihawk, he's going to fall as well. Double kill for Universe. IWO trying to get out in the bear. Can he get a root? Can he get a root? He doesn't even need one. The Radiance burn's going to be enough for the Maelstrom. It should be. Yes. AUI 2000 unstoppable. 4 down. What a buyback from Universe with a huge Storm Hammer.
You know, Aoi still doesn't have a death this game. He really is just an unstoppable raid boss. This is... That was an awesome buyback by Universe though, and the 3-man stun, and then the Light Strike Array after
Radiant's
that
top
really just turned the
tower is
fight.
under
And there's
attack.
a gem on Fog now, Selena, and he's got a Blink Dagger up to really initiate in and out of the fights without having to be in range of the DK or Gyro. And I think that that's exactly what he needed.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still no mech though. I would have liked to have seen a mech on Visage instead of a medallion or the axe that he's trying to make, just because with the bear, I really don't think that they're going to have any
Radiant's
problems
bottom
dropping
tower is
Roshan,
under attack.
so I don't think they really need the medallion, but I'm sure that, you know, they know better than I guess.
Radiant structures are under attack.
I agree with you. I
Radiant's
think they're just
bottom
going to be
tower
stubborn
has
here. The
fallen.
medallion, I think, for the set of Way Too Sexy, I think that's just what you get on any time you're playing a Visage. I mean, anytime I've seen a Visage, always go medallion, even no matter what you have there. So it's not that surprising. What is surprising is that someone else like Snake King's not building a mech, or whoever for that matter. And the big thing is, while Universe did help get a lot of those kills there, he did get that double kill. He did get that Mithril Hammer, but he could have been potentially closer to that BKB without that buyback. But it might have been actually negligible in the long run there. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it doesn't really matter. Not the best grammar in the world. Now Clockwork's actually going for a BKB, by the way. He's got that Mithril Hammer, so BKBs are going to be done soon. The good thing is, with this wall of replica that Mihawk has and Artyk have, if they get a vacuum just on the Lone Druid, it's not going to matter, because it's not getting the bear as well. It's just getting AUI 2000. And AUI 2000 himself, he doesn't do a lot of right-click damage, only 112. The bear, of course, the different story entirely. He's got a Basher, he's got Radiance, he's got a Maelstrom on top of that, and now he's got a Chainmail, which means he's probably going to go for an AC, I'd say. So...
Yeah, I think that what Dignitas is going to try and do with the BKBs is just, you know, they get basically weaker as the game goes on, so it makes your purchase then sort of a waste of gold if the game goes on too long. I think that they're just going to try and finish some BKBs and then just go and trying to end the game while they have their 10-second BKBs. Try to win some team fights, because right now, the DK stuns, the Fire Breath, and, you know, the Darkseer was winning Artyk team fights, so if they can really cancel that out with the BKBs, then they might be able to take a Rax, and with the Rax down, I think that they'll be in a lot better position to just sort of end the game on Artyk.
Right, no, I agree, but I think actually they also might want to wait for that Roche Butt smash. They have a gem with Crusade, by the way. Stun coming out immediately on the bear. AUI 2000 is a nice 4-step wall on the ground. Huge vacuum coming out. Nobody dead just yet. Fall down there. Snaking hook shot. Cogs onto 2, onto 3. Even Dragon's gonna go. Snaking taking a ton of damage. He's in some trouble. Smash doing a lot of damage to Universe right now. He's gonna fall. Wait 2 seconds. Trying to use that soul sense, and they're gonna have to back off here. The Radiant's not providing enough damage, and he's gonna fall as well. Despite a nice hook shot from the side of Snaking there, and Universe being there, everybody's falling on the side of Dignitas. Way Too Sexy might be next. He's very slow. As you can see, Grave Chill going into Smash right now, but they're just going to dive past this tier 2. No, they don't even need to. Vacuum, Nightmare, doesn't even matter. 3 for nothing right there. Universe should not be able to buy back, I don't believe. He's still got 2 minutes left.
I think that might be Rax. They killed Aoi's bear there, and his bear's on cooldown. But I wonder if they know that he doesn't have a bear.
You're
Looks like
right.
Aoi's just going bottom, and his TP's on cooldown. This
And they have no
this
Tori.
looks like a Rax.
It is going to be a Rax. It's got to be. It's got to, unless they can get this forward up in time for the Rax, which they probably can. I don't know.
I don't
6
think the forward
seconds.
even matters. They're gonna see Aoi's bottom. They see his TP's on cooldown for 20 seconds. His bear is on cooldown, which I think they must know.
They want to smash, getting hit with the Light Strike Ray. There's the Laguna Blade, the 4-staff forward, looking for the hook shot. Is it going to be blind? Is the question? Yes, Smash is going to get it. Well, actually, Fog had that geometry side, it wasn't blind, but...
I don't think they need to back up there. I think that they could have actually fought into Dignitas there and won and killed the Rax. I think that was just a mistake.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they knew... Well, they didn't necessarily know that AUI 2000 didn't have another bear. They didn't know they didn't have a TP. Well, they should have known that he didn't have a TP once he went down to the bottom lane there. But somehow Dignitas escapes with a Rax still alive there. But that being said, that last fight is just an indication of how much Artyk are trying to get back into this game, and they're doing a very good job of it. This bear, the Radiance Burn's not doing anything. It's really not. And now they've got an MKB on the Gyrocopter, so that's even more damage on top of that. What a back and forth affair, I gotta say. This is a marathon game, if you will. And like I said before, it's just Dragon Ball Z all over again, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it is... I don't know who you consider Goku, I don't know who you consider Vegeta, but... Jesus.
I think Dignitas is Vegeta here.
Really?
Aoi just seems more like a Sand Prince. Just gonna say it.
I don't know what that means, but I'll agree with you. I don't know. I guess he is rather prideful. That's a good point. But at the same time, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Artyk, so I can't really describe one way or another. But I mean, it is. These are man fights, ladies and gentlemen. These are man
good guys
fights.
always use multiple people to fight one person, right? And in this game, it's like the DK and the Gyro teaming up to try and beat Aoi. So Aoi's like Vegeta, and DK could be Goku, and
I like how you're getting
Gyro
into this.
could be Krillin or something.
I'm liking the commitment, Anacletus. I'm liking it. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Smoke of Deceit, Artyk. What are they gonna do? They're looking. They're looking. Dignitas smartly getting back to their tier 3 tower. The only one who's kind of lacking behind is Universe. Universe not having as great of an impact as he did in the first game. He is only level 16 right now. His items getting there just barely. He does have that BKB now. In terms of damage, he does have God's Strength, but he needs a little bit more, and he probably might even need a little bit more health as well. He's getting focused pretty much every time, and Roshan's available, and Smash is sitting right in this pit. The flare's going to go out. It definitely must have saw MST Co, so they must know that they're there. Bear going to get stunned up right now. Bear's going to fall here. Oh, that is bad. He cannot recreate that for another 23 seconds. They got to wait 23 seconds. That means 20 seconds of time that they can get Roche here. It looks like they're grouping up. Dignitas still want to try to defend this Roche. Smash is going to go in. He does have his Elder Dragon form. Maybe Snake King is the same prince or the same king. Smash trying to go on Roche right now. Here comes the side of Dignitas.
I think Radic's the guy that came to Earth with Vegeta. I think he's Radic.
Alright, we'll go with that. Oh, Snake
my
King,
God.
no. No, but he forced steps looking to fight anyway. There's the BKB. He wants the cogs. He's going to get EWO in it. There goes Smash, of course, with that nice use of the BKB there. MST Co taking a lot of damage from that God Strength, but here's Ewo doing a lot of damage. Aegis, no? Where did he go? Where did the DK bought back instantly? Okay. I was a little confused as to what was happening in that fight. Way Too Sexy's down. DK buys back. They're sitting around Roche right now. Oh man, that hook shot from Snake King. No. No. They want to try to finish this. They might be able to get it done here. It's going to go down. Fog trying to get it. Not going to happen. There's the stun. Fog might go down for this. Absolutely will. But here comes the bear. Mihawk taking some damage. Snake King, nice force staff. He's going to go down regardless as Mihawk is, Adavio is getting the kill. Bear is going to be hexed up. They're chasing after AUI 2000. He's going to try to TP out. Can they get him? No, they cannot. But it doesn't matter in the end. Fog tried to go for an aggressive play. And it didn't work out in the end. Artyk now, 34-29. Experience, look at this graph. It is ridiculous. It should be heading up now in favor of Artyk. Gold also starting to get back to 0. They want the tier 3. They want the racks. There's a fortification available in a couple of seconds, but not nearly enough.
Let's heat things up.
Aegis on AUI 2000. Smash. He wants the tower. And now they're looking for top racks. And they can't really do anything about this. There's a buyback, but that means that the melee Rex is going to go down. Fog, Blink, Light Strike Array, Sheep up on him. Mihawk looking to go. BKB, Stormhammer, BKB pop from Idavio going to obliterate Fog right now. God Strength going, not enough damage. Universe taking too much damage. He'll fall. This might be it for the side of Dignitas. They'll take another Rax here, and it's going to be the range Rax. And AUI 2000, he's sitting back near the base. Tier 3 is going to get focused next in the mid lane right now. They still, of course, have that Aegis, I believe.
Dire's middle tower
It should be on, yes, it's on the Gyrocopter. Bear is sitting here. There goes the Elder Dragon form coming out from Smash. Tower taken.
Dire's middle barracks are under
And it looks like right now we might have to go to a game 3 unless Dignitas can force something miraculous here. Maybe. There's going to be the hook shot in. Smash taking some damage. Way Too Sexy trying to do as much damage as possible. Wall right on top of Snake King. Snake King's going to get obliterated by Dragon Knight. And now he is down. That is another set of racks gone.
Dire's middle
And that should be maybe the beginning of the end here if you're on Team Dignitas. There is a game 3 to go if Artyk can take this game, but they're looking real poised to do it right now.
I think that this game was just a closed case of Artyk knowing what their strength was this game, what items they needed to get, and when their strength would really make them stronger than Dignitas, you know? Their team was based around team fighting and their Bane did an awesome job of not getting his Fiend's Grip disrupted despite not having a BKB. He was getting full Fiend's Grips just about every fight on Sven or Clockwork or just really whoever, even if there was a Lina with a Blink there to disrupt him. He was just positioning incredibly well. Same with Rubik. They played really, really well.
I'm going to agree with you 100%. I mean, Artyk they played out of their minds. I mean, Dignitas, they had the lead early on. They had AUI 2000 farmed on a bear. And I mean, you don't see that too often where he's going to be on that bear and lose with it. I mean, and Artyk is certainly, they're cementing themselves right now. And if they can win, you know, this game and move on to the next game, they've got a chance to go ahead and face some of the best teams in America in the playoffs here. But we will see. Dignitas, they're going straight down mid right now. They want to try to go for a push here. Ewo, Ethereal Blade on the Gyrocopter, by the way. Very interesting pickup. Very, very interesting pickup. Still not to AUI.
Oh, wow.
The BKB. There's going to be a huge wall. Huge vacuum. Dignitas is in trouble. They're going to fall. AUI 2000 might be next. Yes, double kill for IWO. Way too sexy. He's going to get focused. There's the Dragon Tail. Triple kill for IWO. GG is called from AUI 2000, ladies and gentlemen. They'll disconnect from the game. That is going to be it. We are going to move on to a game number 3. But what a game from the side of Artyk versus, of course, Dignitas. Artyk playing outstandingly. Just doing so great in that game.
Radiant
They'll pick up the victory. We're going to move on to game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness.
I think that just...
Go ahead, Anacletus. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think that was just Artyk playing more as a team. They seemed a lot more comfortable with each other than Dignitas was that game.
I mean, I agree completely. And I'm not sure if Dignitas was trying something with that Sven, but Universe did not seem comfortable on that Sven. He couldn't get anything going. He couldn't get the damage going that you generally see on the Sven. And I think he suffered for it. Snake King had a ton of great initiations early on into the game. But
yeah,
that stopped once everyone got their BKB on the
They
side
needed
of Artyk.
to drop the towers, really, I think. Especially those bottom towers. They
they
left
got
too
into
many
the
lanes
towers.
for harm.
They got into the towers, but they just couldn't finish the job, I think, was part of it. All right, guys. So that's going to be it for game number 2. We're going to jump into game number 3. Thanks for joining us, guys. Check out nationalesl.com. Any shout-outs to Anacletus?
Shout out to my friend Andrew Con Wang. He asked for a shout out. Awesome friend. What a guy. Shout out to my friend Snow Hyoran. You can follow him at Sneaks Dota.
All right. Am I correct in believing that you're not going to be with us in the next game, Anacletus?
I can do the next one, I think.
All right, excellent. So we're going to jump into game number 3, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in just a moment. We'll be back with game number 3. Stick around, guys.
Sit on.